Hi, I'm Fynnion, and this is Once Upon a Baby Ghoul. Hello, and welcome back, everybody. To another episode of the Baby Killer series. And before we go on, I'm just gonna mute the game audio real quick because the ghoul is our next killer and he screams a lot. So we'll just keep it on silent mode for the minute being as we go over into his bio. Now the ghoul, also known as Kaneki, was just a gentle, kind-hearted boy who was studying at Kami University. He and his friend Hide frequented a cafe called Anteku, where a regular called Rise Kimishiro had caught Kaneki's eye and he had a very obvious crush on her. He eventually figured out that they shared a passion for reading when he spotted her reading one of his favorite novels, and he worked up the courage to finally go and talk to her and ask her out on a date. Now, when they went on that date, afterwards, while they were Kaneki was walking Rise home, she showed him her true colors. She was a ghoul, known as a binge eater. A binge eater being a ghoul that just ate for the fun of it as much as they could without any concern. And in a alleyway, she started feasting on his flesh and nearly killed him, until a freak accident on a construction site caused her death. And Kaneki would pass out. Now they would be found, and a doctor, in an attempt to save Kaneki's life, would transplant Rise's organs into Kaneki, thinking they were siblings. Kaneki would survive the surgery, but he soon came to realize that any food had lost its flavor, and he craved something else. The surgery had made him a part ghoul, a half-breed, which is why he has one red eye. Confused and afraid, he stumbled into an alleyway one night as he followed the scent of flesh, where he ran into another ghoul. Actually, he ran into multiple ghouls. One of them being Tuka Karishima, one of the staff members at Anteku. Shocked by his transformation, she force-fed him some human meat and brought him to the cafe, where he was surprised to learn that the staff at Anteku were all ghouls. They took Kaneki under their wing, helped him adapt to his new reality, teaching him to fight, how to deal with his cravings and urges of killing, and how to stay ahead of the CCG, a organization attempting to kill and stop all ghouls. However, Kaneki would soon be kidnapped and subjected to unprecedented physical and mental torture at the hands of a cruel ghoul named Jason. Jason would place a parasite in Kaneki's ear, which would crawl away into his head and eat away at his brain. But, being a half-ghoul, gave Kaneki a rapid regeneration ability, so as soon as the parasite ate pieces of his brain, they would regenerate. And this went on for days and days and days, and Kaneki would soon lose his sense of self. It was shattered, and in that empty space stepped Rise, encouraging him to take control of his life and let the ghoul out. Kaneki would do so, and he would take control. He broke free and battled his captor. Now numb to pain and with a shattered psyche, he defeated Jason swiftly and devoured him. He pushed his way through the heavy doors to escape his prison and barely noticed as a black fog pooled around his feet. He was confident that his torture was over, but as he observed his surroundings, he realized it had only just begun. And that is how our first anime killer entered the fog and the entity's realm. Kaneki, the ghoul. Now, right off the bat, I just want to say the fact that we have an anime killer in DBD now means so much, and it opens up so many doors for other horror characters in anime and other animated series to enter DBD as well. Because I do believe this chapter was received very well, even though everybody kind of thinks that the ghoul is a bit too overpowered. But we'll see. I actually myself, in anticipation for this episode, watched the first season of Tokyo Ghoul, which is basically his lore. It ends with him killing Jason and entering and leaving the complex he was being held in. There is a second season. There is multiple spin-offs, I think. There's OVAs, all that stuff. I don't know how you would explain that they happened when he entered the fog after the first season, but it doesn't really matter. And also, he never wears this outfit in the first season. I believe this outfit is what he wears in the second season. But anyway, with that being said, let's go over into the Ghoul's attributes, perks, and power. Now, the Ghoul moves at the base movement speed of 4.6 meters per second, or 115% of a survivor's running speed, has a terror radius of 40 meters, and is of average height, even though his tentacles, as you can see here, do extend over his head, but as he's running, they sort of like flow behind him, sort of like tails, even though they extend from like his lower back instead of like his tailbone, as you would expect. His first teachable perk is Hex, nothing but misery. After damaging survivors a total of 8 times with basic attacks, a random dull totem becomes a hex totem, cursing all survivors. When survivors are damaged by a basic attack, they suffer from a 5% hindered status effect for 10, 12.5, or 15 seconds depending on the level of the perk, and this effect will last until the corresponding hex totem is cleansed. His second teachable perk is Forever Entwined. Now, whenever a survivor takes damage, Forever Entwined gains 1 token up to a maximum of 6, 7, or 8 tokens, depending on the level of the perk. These tokens increase the action speed for dropping, hooking, and picking up a survivor by a stackable 4% per token, up to a maximum of 24, 28, or 32% bonus action speed, depending on the level of the perk. His third teachable perk is None Are Free. Now, whenever you hook a survivor for the first time, this perk gains a token up to a maximum of 4. Once all generators are completed, None Are Free calls upon the entity to trigger the following effect. It will block all windows and upright pallets for a stackable 12, 14, or 16 seconds per token, up to a maximum of 48, 56, or 64 seconds of total blockage. 3 decent perks with situational things. Everything sort of like stacks over towards later on, so they don't instantly activate. This perk really doesn't make a lot of sense on Kaneki, but yeah, we'll talk about that when we get to his power. The Ghoul's power is One-Eyed Terror. The Ghoul starts the trial with 2 tokens on his power. Pressing and holding the power button will charge a Kagane Leap, and while aiming the reticule at any vertical surface or survivor within 40 meters, will allow the Ghoul to press the attack button to initiate a Kagane Leap, which consumes 1 token. Alternatively, the Ghoul can release the power button to cancel it. Now, a Kagane Leap attaches the tentacle to the target and quickly pulls the Ghoul forwards. This also grants the ability to leap over windows and drop pallets, which will, however, immediately also cancel the power. After performing a Kagane Leap, if there's still a token available, a window of opportunity opens for 5 seconds. Pressing the attack button will initiate another Kagane Leap. Another Kagane Leap, which can now be targeted at survivors and actually damage them. During the leap, the Ghoul can also cancel the power and quickly land, which then allows them to do a quicker M1, and the power will also automatically end when it enter a cooldown when the last power token has been consumed, the window of opportunity has elapsed, a vaulting action has been performed, or a survivor has been grabbed. The power recharges at a speed of 4 seconds per token, and it becomes available again after fully recharging all tokens. And if the leap is not already on cooldown, breaking a pallet causes it to enter a forced cooldown equivalent to 1 power token, so 4 seconds. Now here comes the special interaction, which is the targeting survivors and survivor collision. Targeting a survivor directly or colliding with them at any point during Kagane leap has multiple possible effects and interactions. If it is the first leap, indicated by the reticule showing a closed mouth, the survivor will remain unharmed. If it is the second leap, however, indicated by the reticule showing an open mouth, it grants the ability to perform a grab attack. And in addition, colliding with a survivor, vaulting or standing on the other side of a window or a drop pallet during Kagane leap automatically damages them. Now here is the crutch of this, the special attack, grab attack. While grab attack occurs automatically when the conditions are met, it features an optional button prompt quick time event. Swiftly pressing the attack button to perfectly time the attack, extending the subsequent countdown. Missing the button prompt will apply the regular countdown. A grab attack applies the following effects to the targeted survivors. It applies the injured state when the survivor is healthy, causes them to suffer from the deep wound status effect if they're injured or if they're healthy, and applies Kagane mark. In addition, this will also block exit gates for the duration of the grab attack and for 5 seconds after they are released. After performing a successful grab attack, the ghoul enters enraged mode. Now, the special affliction we just talked about is Kagane mark, which activates when a grab attack is performed. Fully mending or entering the dying state removes the Kagane mark for that survivor. Marked survivors cannot be injured by grab attacks, but still suffer its other effects. Now, the special mode the ghoul gets afterwards, enraged mode, will do a few things as well. The ghoul will now, instead of 2 tokens, have 3 tokens on Kagane leap. The power recharge time is reduced to 2.5 seconds per token, so almost half. It reduces the vaulting time while targeting a survivor located across it, and increases the pallet breaking penalty to 2 power tokens instead of 1, to keep the cooldown sort of similar. It's actually a little bit longer. Enraged mode remains active for as long as there is at least 1 survivor with a Kagane mark, or if the countdown is active. The countdown begins once the last marked survivor removes their Kagane mark. And this is indicated on their HUD portrait. The countdown lasts for 40 seconds, after which enraged mode ends. Performing a perfectly timed grab attack increases the duration to 50 seconds. Whew. And the countdown is paused while carrying a survivor. That's a lot to think about, but it sounds a lot more complicated than it is. The ghoul is a very mobile killer. He jumps around and he attaches to survivors. This has a very janky hitbox, so it sometimes goes through stuff, and even though you're already around the corner, they can still target it. Has a lot to do, I think, with desynchronization and all that stuff. And additionally, the quick time event, I've seen people hit it. I've seen people not use it at all. I'll try and see how it feels. It shouldn't be that difficult. I think if you just spam the attack button, it'll do the perfectly timed attack. I'm not quite sure. We'll have to figure that out. That's part of learning. But other than that, he can just fly around and sort of gives the impression of being like Legion, that you use the power to injure and put them in the deep wound, and then you are just an M1 killer to get the down, unless they mess up at a window or a pallet and they stand when you're leaping over it. Yeah, as far as I understand it, if you have the second leap and you target a survivor who's across the loop, you'll just do the grab attack. But if it's the first one, you'll actually pull yourself towards them and over the pallet, and if they remain on that side, you'll actually damage them. All right, that's it for the attributes, perks, and power. I actually wanted to quickly show off that Rize, who originally tried to kill Kaneki and who he got his Kagane from by getting her organs transplanted, is this. This is Rize Kamishiro. Pretty cool skin. This is the skin for when he was tortured. This is what he looked like when he came out of the torture from Jason's hand. Of course, he still has the handcuffs on. This is the outfit he had on, his regular clothes. And for some reason, it shows me the prestige version of his skin, even though I have him not even prestige yet. And it says I can... okay, there we go. It's because I have the filters off. But you can't buy it, obviously, because it says no price on it. And this is the outfit he wears, I think, in the second season onwards, when he is on Ghoul missions. Even though we see the mask once during the first season, I believe. I don't think he wears this outfit, though, during the first season. Yeah. Without further ado, I'm just going to make some builds, read through the add-ons a little bit, and then we'll pop over into our first match. Okay, we're on the Fallen Refuge. I'm running a build that I just threw together. I think I've only played this map once. How's this? And that was on the Dracula episode. And then I played it once as Survivor, where I actually got the achievement. They must have all spawned over here, yeah. Oh, that was perfectly timed. Cool. Okay, I'll just break that. So now I can't down her with the power. But I mean, if she does that, I can just do that. That was perfectly timed again. Nice. Oh, thank you. And we have 3 leaps now. Okay. I played one custom match of Ghoul in hope of like figuring out a bit how that works. And in the custom game, I couldn't really figure it out, but I think I kind of did now. Okay, now the timer started for the Kagane mark, so I hope... Ooh, he would have had it. He would have had it, Bill. And one of the things that you're supposed to do, as far as I understand it, is you're supposed to cancel the jump yourself. Toledo just became broken? Don't know why. Where would she be? Oh. She probably did an invocation. Oh, okay. I got blocked by some... Oh yeah, she did weaving spiders. Because something was in my way, I couldn't do the timed attack, but it still applied the mark. And because he was under the effects of borrowed time, I also couldn't. Okay, she didn't get marked though. Do we still have a mark on Bill, I think? Okay, not like that. I think I have to cancel it on the second one, or the first one to actually get the slide with the momentum. That was not perfectly timed. Something like that. Oh, maybe she has. There we go. Hey, I got an achievement for that too. Let's see the Mori. That's quite a long Mori. I just realized the camera shook both times now at the start of the match. Like before the camera starts circling him. Which is odd. Okay, I see scratch marks over here. That's one hit. This game I wanted to try out the Eerie add-on and see how that plays. Comp corner. Goodbye, corrupt. This will make survivors 40 meters away from me scream and reveal the location while I'm hooking in rage mode. So there they are. I saw somebody. What? Where did she go? Am I just stupid? Did she just go behind everything? Well. They just vanish. What? Hello? Hello? What? There you are. Okay, that was at least decent. Iron Will, maybe? Does that overcome? Maybe. They have like 3 gens 99. It's crazy. Okay, I'm just gonna go towards the unhook. If I can find a lineup for it. There. No value from discordance, unfortunately. Through the pillar. Stay enraged. Somebody else going for the unhook here. What? She was holding it to my face long and nothing happened, and then suddenly it hits. I do have a hook up there, right? I don't. Damn it. No life? Ah, deadlock blocked this one. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? You just finished a gen, you're hiding, and I find you and you just crouch? Why? I don't get it. You're in a pretty good position to win this game, but you just ruined it for your team. we know roughly where the other one is. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna play this for the 4K. I'll just go over here and hook her. Let's see if we can find a hatch. Treatment theater. Ooh, this might actually be not too bad of an add-on for, not too bad of a map for the add-ons I have. Which is that I have an add-on. Okay. That blocks pallets. That blocks vault locations when I'm in enraged mode. When I vault over them with my power. I'm running Plaything Pentimento as well. Because I don't know why. Just for funsies, I guess. Let's actually see. I want to try and vault over this. And that should block off. Yeah. I didn't see anyone with barbecue, unfortunately. Or I didn't pay attention to it. Because I was looking at scratch marks before. Spot is cooking. Okay, this time I'll look around for barbecue. Oh, they're double teaming that gen. Okay, can I get there? Yes, I can. Oh, what? Why does it not let me vault over? There we go. Let her have this side. Here's a good couple pallets here. Just going back to the God pallet. Yeah, nice one. I was trying to body block it. What? Okay. I thought I would hit that. Decent hit. I saw somebody cleansing that totem over there. Right? No, I guess not. Oh yes, he kept running. There we go. There's a totem cleanse. Which one though? All the way back there. Okay. Okay, I'm already down to my last gen. That is absolutely crazy. Let me make it, please. You have dead art, don't you? This gen already has so much progress. That was a weird interaction. Okay, I'm hooking her right next to Pentimento. It's not that good, but she's dead. I have to go to that gen real quick. Still haven't raged. She'll hold her death heart to oblivion this time. Oh, I haven't destroyed this yet. Yeah, they finished it. Can I find whoever did this, though? Okay, scratch marks vanished. I don't mind if those two get out. It's fine. I was kind of just chilling. Yeah, he's on the other gate. Oh, that's she. I did not see the David. Is he still around here? Can I catch you before you get to... Maybe. Yeah, I do. At 3k, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, fuck Ghoul. That's the guy that instantly left, right? Yeah. Oh, he's doing perkless. Crazy. That RDS resilience unbreakable? Okay. Sorry, I was still tabbed out looking at my recording program. I hope they're not all in the house. I'm gonna assume they spawned near shack. Don't hear that gen being progressed. That one though. Just give him a quick mark. And we can hit him. Ah, it did it again. They completed the shack one, right? Again, something got in between. She didn't even stop, dude. What? Oh, that was bad. Again, something got in between. Oh, wow. I did not expect him to have it. Sprint burst. No? Yes, that is a sprint burst. It looked like it activated so late, though. another boon somewhere. Oh, that was bad. Hey, perform 30 perfectly timed attacks. Yeah, this is fun. I thought that would make me go over it as well. If she has DS now, I'm gonna cry. I wonder what boon this would be. If they want to play for the unhook, then maybe they can get it. Oh, she somehow got on that side. Okay, that's crazy. Oh, okay. Well played. I did not see him. I forgot that he had dead hard. That's well played. I forgot that he had dead hard. I should have remembered. Forgotten ruins. Ooh. I'm not a fan of this spawn, most definitely. 1, 2, 3. Distortion? Must be. I don't hear her. Somebody's working on that far one. Shadow step? might be Dark Theory too. She seemed like she got a little bit faster than someone would usually be. Sprint burst. She got a fast fall out of that. That's actually kind of insane. Oh, I was trying to make myself dash over that. Would she have gone back on that gen? No. Nice play, Michaela. She's dead, right? I think if she'd just gone for the pallet, she would have had it. Thank you. Made it easy for me. They're both here. If I'd done that on the second one, that would have been better. She's going for the unhook. It's fine. Oh, by the way, the only reason I'm running Unnerving Presence is because of a Tome Challenge. Looks like they went in here again. Oh, that didn't hit her, unfortunately. Are you gonna do it again? No. I was trying to vault over it. As I understand it, you have to let them walk away from the vault a little bit. And then, when they're not marked, you vault over. 99 sprint burst. And then when they're not marked, you vault over. Oh, you still at this pellet over here. And dead hard. Guess not. Hmm? Yeah. Okay. So we reached level 50, prestige 2. We have still 26,000 blood points. And so I assume after the next match we should be able to get enough blood points to complete this blood web. And so, for that reason, let me just quickly... Just gonna eat up that down there, that's fine. Just gonna eat that up there, wonderful. Yeah, next game we should definitely get it. So let us do the Adept Achievement. For which we'll obviously need our 3 Teachable perks. For add-ons, since this doesn't give us a lot of info, I thought about going Yamori's Mask for the info when we hook somebody. And then I thought about Leap Speed maybe. Or the the window blocking. But also the reach is not bad. Cooldown when not enraged is not bad. So flyers affected with the Cognimac are afflicted with the Oblivious status effect, also not bad. You could get extra enrage time. Extra blood points. Nah. So maybe 5 seconds extra. Or we do the umbrella for 10 seconds extra if we do a perfectly timed one. I'll start off with this. Let's see how it goes. Badham Preschool. Oof. Not the best map we could have gotten. But I hope we can make it work. At least that's enraged. Actually, not that bad, honestly, because we can just get a stack of our hex here. Oh, I should have made that. Oh, that's fucking life. Have to break this. Where's she running? Oh, this is not good. Oh, this is bad. I need to leave her. She has all the windows. Okay, this shouldn't get her anywhere. Oh, she has another pallet here. Okay, please to juicers with a flashlight, not here. No, okay. Somebody's on that chin. Okay, they finish that gen, and they go for the unhook. No? Okay. They go for that unhook. Wow. wow. I can't. I need to leave her. They're on that gen. What? What was in between us there? I don't know. I'm gonna be down to 2 gens in a second here. This is very bad. 2 people there. Would they be healing? Seems like it. Drop it. I make that. Okay. Hook him fast, and then we try to go back to Lara. Oh no. Suichi. I need the Lara. Ah, she has off the record. That's a good down though. I'm sorry, bro. Dwight, okay. Okay, I got locked in animation. He quit as she was dying, that's interesting. Just going into the school. See if we can get her, maybe. Oh, he is dead hard. I didn't see where that yell was, if there even was one. Oh, come on. Come on. Just let me. Okay, now we go for her. Dwight's also here. Can we go for Dwight maybe? Okay. Wasn't actually quite intentional, but somehow worked out. They're gonna pop that gen. Unless they're healing. Yeah, they're both on it. Let's see how fast we can get over there. Okay, I'm gonna just hook her. And then we go for those two. They're gonna unhook. There we go. Yuichi healed. Was that a styptic maybe? Okay, I think we denied some of his life there. It's actually insane that they have all of these windows open. He's gonna get that vault again. I shouldn't have opened this door, I think. MFT maybe? He seems kind of fast. Okay, now I need to hope that I get some info on Dwight, and then we might have it. It's his first hook, so... Okay, that's good. Let's see him. Oh wait, he couldn't dead hard, he was already in endurance. There we go. Achieve Mercer's victory with the Ghoul using only 3 unique perks. Let's go. That was a little bit stressful. But I think it worked out. Thank God they didn't bring so much crazy shit. But yeah, I called it right. She did have off the record. Did the Yuichi have MFT? No, he didn't. He had Dead Hard too. Resilience. That's why his vault seemed so fast, maybe. Well, that's why he seemed so fast after it. He didn't have life though. Even though he looked very fast after that vault. Dead Hard Adren. Flashbang background player. Wow, interesting. Okay, that should get us to Prestige 3. Let's see it. There we go. Bang. Prestige 3. On the Ghoul. Unlocks our 3 teachable perks on every other killer. And now we will head over into the tier list. Alright, here we are in the tier list, which hasn't updated since the last time. As I've only been playing... I think the only killer I've played in between these episodes is Trapper for some of the tome challenges in the first tome. The bear trap specific challenges. Other than that, I've just been spamming a little bit of Survivor 2v8. I don't enjoy Killer in 2v8 very much because of the insanely long queue times. I have dabbled in the play while you wait feature a little bit, which is kind of nice. You know, you get to play like 2 or 3 Survivor games and then you automatically get a killer game pretty much. But like for me, it's just the 5 times blood point incentive, getting all those blood points, which has already gotten my Houndmaster, whose episode I completed 4 days ago? 5 days ago. She's already level 10. My Dracula's Prestige 5. Prestige 10, Prestige 5. and I'm probably gonna keep grinding some blood points to get the Ghoul to Prestige 10, Dracula to P10, and then eventually Springtrap to P10 as well, who's the only killer missing on this tier list as of now. And then I only have, I think, Skull Merchant and Cenobite left to get to Prestige 10. Then I would have all killers at Prestige 10. But as you can see, there's a good reason why I haven't leveled those two yet, because they're all the way down there. Now let's talk about the Ghoul. Common consensus about the Ghoul is that he's very, very strong, and I can totally agree. His map mobility is insane. I've been looking at some videos, like some Ghoul specific gameplay videos and stuff, and some of the things these Ghoul mains do with how they use the slingshots. I tried to do it a little bit in this last game by sliding off of walls and, you know, flicking the mouse when you attach to something, so you sort of like curve around it. And then there's obviously the kidnap tech that I didn't really get to show off. I tried it, but I haven't really gotten the hang of it yet, when exactly it works. And he definitely has a high skill ceiling. I struggled a bit at the start. I felt like I was just not using the power optimally. I think I was just running around using it and not really thinking about it. But I think as this episode moved along, I think this is the first killer in a long time where I could really feel like I was starting to get the hang of how to really use their power. Like, the Hound Master was very self-explanatory. There wasn't a lot to master except how to send the dog a little bit. Before that, we had the Dark Lord, where I feel like the only real challenge was like getting the Hellfire to work, which I'm still working on. But like the Bat and the Wolf form were very self-explanatory. Before that, we had Vecna, who came with juggling all his spells, but I obviously had a long break in between, and when I came back, he was so much stronger than he was when I first played him. I feel like the Unknown had some like moments where I was like, okay, so this is how you can use the UVX. I think I had like a couple moments where I hit people through walls, and that was sort of the mastery of that, and like figuring out how the bounces around pallets work, how to properly line up the shots here and that. But I felt like for Kaneki, the Ghoul specifically, I had this feeling that I like was understanding the power more, how to properly use the movement. I struggle a little bit here and there with when I can actually grab onto stuff and how far the reach is, but I will say that he's definitely a killer I want to practice more. He is very fun, and I think he's very rewarding to learn, which is not unlike killers such as Blight, Wesker, maybe even Spirit, who also have like their niche thing that you need to learn. Like with Wesker, there was the rebound tech when he came out, and then you had then you have the tech where you turn while you're dashing, so you can grab somebody and do like a 90-degree turn into a wall. And for Blight, obviously you had the hug techs back then, which I think have been removed. I'm not quite sure if that was actually a full thing, that it's been completely removed. And then you also have, you have all the killers sort of have their short little thing. Chucky used to have a scamper thingy, which doesn't really work anymore because the scamper, you can't really turn anymore when you scamper under the pallet because you can't manually scamper anymore. With Singularity, it was just managing the cameras was unique, So for me, the Ghoul is going to be in the usually fun tier. I didn't have a single match, even the matches where I lost quite badly, I was still having fun just flying around the map. I didn't really get frustrated at all. And I think that's why for me he goes in the usually fun tier, because the occasionally fun tier is those skills that I can get frustrated with. Bubba when I can't get my chainsaw to work, Ghosty when I don't get the stock, Myers when I don't get to hit tier 3, Singularity when the survivors are very good and they keep hiding away from the cameras, Trapper when the traps do nothing, Hillbilly when the map is bad, Oni when they just drop every pallet and complete 5 gens by the time I get my first hit. That's sort of the things that can happen that make it a little less fun to play this killer sometimes, but occasionally they'll be very fun. And usually fun is really depends on how I play. If I feel like I play really poorly, then I won't have fun, but with these killers I can usually easily have fun. And as for where exactly he's gonna go, I've enjoyed him quite a bit more than I did Vecna. I have enjoyed him more than the Unknown as well, but I feel like if I master the Unknown more, I think the Unknown could easily be in my favorite list. I haven't played Deathslinger in so long that I can't really adjust Deathslinger's position. I can just base it off of Dracula. And I found him quite a bit more enjoyable than Dracula. Xenomorph, also a bit longer ago since I've last played them. Maybe this is like the area where I would put him for now. Put him alongside Blight and Xenomorph. Right sort of smack in the middle, almost. This would be the middle. Of this row of usually fun killers, which sort of like finishes off this tier list for now. And with all of that being said, thank you so much for watching this episode of Once Upon a Baby Killer. If you haven't already, check out the playlist where you can go back almost 4 years ago to when I started this series with the Trapper. And follow me along as I learn killer, get better, and hopefully get less tilted, because in the first episodes I usually got tilted a lot. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel to stay updated for the next episode and more DVD challenges coming up. I have one in the works that I'm gonna start doing as soon as I've finished Springtrap, or if I take a while to finish Springtrap for whatever reason, after the next killer is released. And so subscribe to stay tuned for that. Remember to like the video because it helps the algorithm. And I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, thanks, bye.